Metropolis ends with a simple idea that a society can only survive if it's guided by a heart. The woman who wrote that idea later chose a world built on something else. This is the story of Thea von Harbou, and I still don't know how to fully make sense of her. Before Metropolis became one of the most influential films ever made, it existed as a novel, her novel. Thea von Harbou didn't just help write the screenplay, she gave the story its moral center. A city split in two: above ground, power, wealth, control; below ground, labor, exhaustion, bodies in motion; and between them, one missing thing: the heart. No revolution, no collapse, but reconciliation through understanding. Later, director Fritz Lang would distance himself from that message, but at the time it was hers. Metropolis did not begin with machines, it began with what she believed. Then history arrived. In 1933, the Nazis took power. Nazi propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels admired Metropolis. In a meeting with Fritz Lang, admiration shifted into something else, an offer, a possibility of power. Soon after that meeting, Lang left Germany. He had a Jewish mother, and he understood what was coming. Thea von Harbou stayed. Their marriage collapsed, not just from personal betray, but from a world splitting in two. One man left Germany behind, one woman chose to remain inside it. Thea did not fade quietly into the background. She rose. She became head of the Association of German Sound Film Authors. Jewish members were removed, opposition disappeared. From that point on, the words on paper were no longer innocent. She worked behind the scenes reshaping script for major productions, including film by Veit Harlan, the most notorious propaganda director of the Third Reich. She was not pushed aside. She became part of the system. She was no longer writing for audience, she was writing for power. And yet, her life does something that ideology cannot explain. After the divorce, she fell in love with the Indian journalist Ayu Tendulkar, an anti-colonial nationalist connected to the Gandhian independent movement. The Nazi state forbade their marriage, so the bond had to exist in the shadows. A woman working inside the racial regime bound her private life to a man the same regime rejected by design. This is where her life begins to fracture. Order and disobedience, belief and contradiction, power and forbidden intimacy. Then the world she had chosen collapsed. After the war, she was arrested by the British, interned, stripped of public status. She was classified not as a leader, but as a follower. When she was released, she did not return to studios. She became a Trümmerfrau, clearing the ruins of shattered cities by hand, brick by brick, stone by stone. From writing a future city to carrying the remains of a destroyed one. After the war, she was only allowed to work quietly in the background, adapting dialogue, fixing other people's script, translating words that would never carry her name. Once one of the most powerful writers in German cinema, she now had no public voice at all. She never publicly renounced her belief. She never explained herself. She died after a fall outside the cinema in 1954, almost unnoticed. Without her, there is no Metropolis. And yet, no portrait of her will ever fit into a simple frame. She dreamed of unity, she lived through divisions, and in the end, history did not resolve her contradictions. It left them standing, unanswered. Was silence her final defense or a final confession?